CNN's been good to me with daily distractions. They really have. I always follow the rules, at least my little rule, which is it has to be on the main page. And before, I've been kind of going for the low hanging fruit of the style section. But this was right there in the middle of all the news, like all the big stories, all the Corona stuff, all that kind of stuff. It was right there, just waiting for our show. So this article, the headline reads: Patriots rookie Justin Rohrwasser. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but he says he will cover his controversial tattoo. So New England Patriots rookie kicker Justin Rohrwasser said Saturday he will cover up a controversial tattoo he got as a teenager. The tattoo on his left arm resembles the symbol of a right-wing group called the Three Percenters. Pete, do you remember the Three Percenters? Are you familiar with the Three Percenters?
Oh yeah, I think we know people with 3%er tattoos.
I know many people with 3%er tattoos, as a matter of fact.
And
It's
they're not all
actually,
militiamen.
yeah, and I think this is I think this is funny. I mean, so he says, I got the tattoo when I was a teenager, and I have a lot of family in the military. And that is absolutely one of the reasons people get these tattoos. It's very common in law enforcement and the military to wear a 3%er garb and to have 3%er shirts. They often wear them underneath their body armor and all that kind of stuff. And to be fair, there is an actual 3%er organization, quote unquote, but the vast majority of people that support the movement, if you will, in terms of buying merchandise or getting a flag or getting a tattoo or getting a shirt, they have no affiliation with the group whatsoever, like zero. It's basically just they're sympathetic to the idea, which the idea is pretty simple, which is that at any one point during the American Revolution, only 3% of the population was engaged in active combat. These were the people that were actually literally fighting the American Revolution. That's it. That's the whole concept. And basically the idea that you want to be one of the 3%. If tyranny comes and something like that needs to happen again, the idea is that you will answer the call. That's it. That's the whole idea. And it means completely different things to different people. And it's probably at this point, there's more than 3% of the population that support this concept, you know? So it's actually fairly popular, especially I think actually in Liberty circles, it's quite popular because I've seen it with people who are firefighters, police officers, military guys, and they are not right wing nuts. So I just thought that this was kind of funny and interesting because I think even CNN, this article is so short. I mean, this is a really, really short article. You can see this, that's as far as it goes. And it even says at the end, on its website, the 3%ers said it's not a militia group. The reporter actually did put that in there. But again, most people that are not affiliated with the actual quote unquote organization, it's just an idea. It's sort of like just an ideology without a real party or anything like that. I can't speak to the actual group because I've never been a member. I've never gone to their meetings. I'm not sure if they even really have formal meetings, to be honest with you. But again, it's just a concept that people have that it's kind of like the people that wear like Mullen Labra, or they have the Mullen Labra, come and take it,
Molan
tattoo or
latte.
something like. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. My Greek's not that good, so I've only seen 300 about 100 times. So I own that film, but yeah, seriously, it's kind of the same thing. Yes, there is a group, there is a website, there is a guy that claims to have originated it. I am aware of that, but the vast majority of people that do this, they have nothing to do with that. They really don't. I just thought that was just kind of a silly thing. And now, in order to be a professional football player, he's going to have to cover up his offensive tattoo.
Right. And the reason why this is included in daily distractions because of course this is part of a larger media narrative. We were just talking about really kind of the Republicans narrative, which is that poor Trump and we should feel sorry for him. That's a bunch of BS. And the left has their narrative that the president is stupid and he wants people to drink bleach. That's a bunch of BS. Well, this story I think is pretty one-sided. It's simply that you have people on the left who want to demonize the military, and so you have the symbol that has a meaning within the military, within police, firefighter communities, and they don't like them. They're outsiders to the media, and so they're doing anything they can to discredit and disparage people who are in law enforcement and the military.
It kind of reminds me of of a lot of the silliness about the Punisher logo, because there's a lot of police officers that were wearing the Punisher logo, or military wearing the Punisher logo underneath their uniform, and that became an issue at one point, which was just like, give me a break. It's a comic book character, you know what I mean? So, but did you have a more?
Well, I would say what it reminded me of was the circle game at Army Navy. Do you recall that? That you had
Yes,
these cadets
I
and
do.
midshipmen, yeah, and they were playing the circle game where
Yes,
you hold a circle down below your
I do.
waistline. You get somebody to look at it, and we all know what that
I
means.
do.
It's kind of
The
a
Army Navy game, quote unquote, contra. Yes, I.
yeah, and the idea is you're kind of making a sexual gesture. It's a little funny, it's a little naughty, it's but it absolutely is not a white supremacist thing. But the media loves to portray our military as being white supremacist skinheads, and it's just disgusting.
I couldn't agree with you more.